What's going on there, everybody? Today we got some triceps to get done. I'm going to show you guys a fun little superset that you can use anytime you want. Just got done doing narrow grips, went a little heavy with that, and now I'm going to move into what would be like a hammer skull crusher, but I'm going to mix that up a little bit with a twist. I'm going to show you how to be able to hit, like I said, two parts of the tricep. Yes, you're working the whole tricep, but two portions of the tricep that one's not getting hit as hard as the other one, so you switch back and forth. It'll make sense once you see it. So, grab the weights. And like I said, this is like a hammered version of it. Obviously it will be. So all you're gonna do is punch them straight up. You're gonna come right by your ears. Up you go. Now for the twist. You're gonna lean them back and you're gonna rotate them out. So I'm gonna come back here, come from way down here, rotate up, back, rotate them up. Okay. Now, like I said, those are nice supersets. Some people can use them for the end. Some people can, you can even use them for a warm-up, obviously. Go lighter. But, you can even use them for a warm-up. The way that I've understood it for many years, anytime your hands are hammered, you're pretty much working the tricep evenly throughout itself. If your palms down, you hit a little bit more of the long head, rotate the palm. But when you do a hammered version, that's why like kickbacks are nice, because you're gonna hit the whole head, especially like when we do dips, and dips are beautiful for chest as well. But so what's happening is I'm keeping everything almost tight, like if I was benching here to here, just right there. Once you bring it back here and you come in, you will feel for sure way more by the armpit of that attachment for your tricep. And you have to lock in portions of your back, portions of your shoulder to be able to maintain it. When you were here, you can just lock it in as a chain from your fist to your elbow to your shoulder, and it's kind of locked into the joint. It's all right here. But the moment you do this, you got to have stability. So when we're going through and then we rotate out, it's kind of a similar feeling to like ropes, to where I'm kind of hitting that outer portion of the tricep a little bit. But you'll notice going through this, you hit it differently. You'll hit a different section of the tricep. So you can go through, you can even do it this way, where hammer this way, you might be able to handle 50s, 60s, 80s, whatever. And doing the hammer rotation portion of it, you're not going to be able to do that same kind of weight. You're just not going to be able to do it. So then you might do like, okay, I'm going to go halves. I'm going to do 60 pounds with regular hammers, and I'm going to go 30 pounds with rotations. That's a beautiful thing, doing half weight. So let's just say you want to make this kind of a heavy one, and you want to make it a little lighter. Well, suggestion would be, okay, let's say 50s and 60s, you can only get 6. All right, let's just say argument you can get 60s for 6. Well, then go down to 30s and try to double it. Try to go 30s for 12. So you're ripping and tearing that muscle up on that one movement, and then we're inflating that balloon, like I've said so many times before. You got to stretch that balloon out and give it all kinds of stretch marks and all that to be able to make that balloon get bigger and fatter and all that, right? Well, let's create those stretch marks with the first portion, and then let's inflate that balloon with the second portion. So right now I'm not doing that. You know, we came down here months ago. We got away from the gym and started, you know, doing our basement gym, and I need more dumbbells and need more free weights, and you know, pretty much anybody, you know, having a gym, you know, at home is going to tell you. But I don't have 70s and 80s and 90-pound dumbbells. I just don't have it right now. I will be getting them. I will be getting them for damn sure. So, like I said, for me, it's more of a lighter weight superset, you know, for what I'm doing. So at that point, that's why I'm using what I got. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. So, apologize for the light. So I'm trying to stay in front of it, because if not, it's like, ooh. So, but these have always been a good one. I don't do them every single tricep day. I got so many other variations of things that I do, but this has always been one that's, it's good in the books for me. You know, there's times I'll do an easy bar and just do normal, typical skull crushers in that sense. But you can do the same version, this exact same version with skull crusher as well, where you can pretty much go like your nose or your chin, you're keeping it right here, or maybe you even do like a JM press. Then what you do is you take the bar and you set it up to where instead of touching here, we're going to touch up here. So as you come back, you're touching more of the crown of the head, and you come out. When you come out, you're coming out way up here. It's similar to what this is. And that one, same thing. That will kick the snot out of you. But the rotations are really, really nice because, you know, you're relying on that area, that shoulder joint, that elbow, that whole one side to do its job. Sometimes if you have a straight bar, you know, one side will pick up the lag of the other. So it's nice to every once in a while, you know, go down to doing dumbbells to where you can put a little more concentration into the individual. You can break this down one arm at a time if you want, you know, boom, boom, boom. You can do it that way. There's so many variations, and try it. You know what I'm giving you right here isn't like it's set in stone and you have to follow it this way. No, you don't have to do anything. I mean, this is all just suggestions. Play with it. Find out a version that works out good for you. Frickin' run with it, man. You know, tear it up. So let's do another set. Oh yeah. Now they're finally settling in. Only took 3 sets to finally start feeling a little bit of a burn. But again, you know, do the best with what you got sitting at home. Yeah. Well, maybe you'll ask, you know, well, why did you move the gym, you know, down here? What happened at where you were working? I was helping so many people, and kind of like the videos that I'm doing now, where if I see somebody really working hard but they're lost, you know what I mean? I'm not talking about somebody who's sitting on the leg extensions texting, or they're just not working hard. There's a difference of somebody that might be lost but they're going through and they are busting their ass. And I've met many people that way, lots of friends that way, clients that way. And if I see that, you know, and they're stuck, I'll go up and, you know, I'll talk to them, you know, and normally it would be something like, it's typically, you know, hey man, let's say they're doing a squat or their overhead presses or something like that. And you can see that they're kind of injuring themselves, or, you know, their hand will be on their back and you can tell that, you know, they're hurting their lower back, pretty obvious things. And, you know, hey man, if you don't mind me asking, do you notice that this and this and this happened while you're doing that? Well, the things that I'm asking are the normal things that break down and start to go because you have bad technique. And normally it's, you know, yeah, this is what's going on. Well, you know, hey, my name's Scott. You can tell me to go to hell, get away from you. But, you know, I can give you a couple of helpful hints if you want. I've never had anybody tell me to, you know, piss off. Just because, you know, I put up decent weights and I'm a big guy. So it would turn into maybe that one time working with them, let's just say it's on squats. That one time working with them, and I'll get them to work up to literally doubling their PR. And they'll just be, you know, oh my God, I can't believe I did this, and my back doesn't hurt, and this and this and this. And it's just all this technique that I preach that, you know, you want to get down. Now, don't get me wrong, when you finally get your technique down, if you want to start throwing weight around, go ahead. You know, at least your technique's there, and it's at least a safety net, even though you're still taking that risk of when you decide to start throwing weights around to cause injury. But come on, we're all grown-ups, we know this shit. So from that, I met so many great people, so many great people. Well, what happened was, I would give some advice, and this advice would be, you know, 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes worth of time. And then in between my set and their set, let me backtrack that. I would do my set. When I'd be off, they'd be doing their set, and they'd ask me to spot them or something like that. Okay, I'll come over. This is typical, you know, bro stuff, you know, gym bro stuff. And I was helping people. I was not making a dime on anybody. Now, I would have people later on, you know, ask to get signed up and whatever. That's not the point of the story. But I met so many great people through that. And what happened was the gym just got pissed off. They were trying to claim that I was making money off their gym, and basically what was happening, all the trainers that they had, nobody was on the floor. Everybody was in the trainer's little office area, and they would never come out and help anybody. I mean, we had it to where one guy was losing his mind, and he was chucking dumbbells and throwing like 45-pound bars. And I mean, I'm watching him, he launched it, you know, good 20 feet, throwing water bottles, doing all this stuff. And I'm just looking around like, so where are all these trainers? Nobody came out, nothing. So it was just one of those things, very lazy place. And, you know, the trainers sucked. They weren't that good. I watch them, you know, show people, and their techniques crap. They're talking about, you know, their dating life to their clients. And I'm sorry, you're spending 60, 75 bucks. It's about you. It's not about the trainer and, you know, how awesome he is or she is. And let's just say I didn't get along with some of the trainers. Most of them I did, just for, you know, keeping no ripples in the water here. But apparently they didn't like the fact that I was talking to people, and people would come up to me and ask me for help and advice, and I have no problem with that. Like I said, if you're working hard, I'll give it to you. And finally the manager came up, and, you know, if you don't back off, this is what was told to me. You will not talk to anybody about weightlifting. You will not spot anybody. If anybody asks you for any advice or for a spot, you will reply to them that you must go to the front office or go to the trainer's office desk and ask for assistance from them. If we see that you are helping anybody, giving any advice, talking about weightlifting, then, you know, not only will you be thrown out, but, you know, your wife, your son will also be thrown out. I'm not a trainer there. That is literally taken away from my freedom of speech to be able to just talk to anybody about anything. We're in the gym. We're going to talk about gym stuff. I wasn't allowed to. So I still would talk to people, and, you know, I explained to them what was going on and what I was told I couldn't do. And we would still have conversations, and, you know, no trainers would be out there. And a couple of people, you know, hey man, would you mind spotting me? And I spotted them. Well, that was enough to get me and my family kicked out. So, Strength family moved into our basement, and here we are. And I had enough people thank me for all the help and all the advice I've given, and was pretty much told I'm a constant Rolodex of of weightlifting information, and I need to do what I'm doing right now, talking to you guys and showing you guys, you know, the things that I'm doing. So I decided to pop up here, and here we go. So sorry about the long rambling. We'll get to the next set. But I'm sure that was some of the questions that are out there of, you know, hey man, you know, what's going on? What did, you know, how did you end up doing this? Well, that's how I ended up doing it. So, 4 sets of that lovely little thing. And if you went through, you literally just did 20 reps each, 4 sets. So that was, you know, 80 total reps. I did 2 more at the end just because I was sitting here jabber-jawing with you too long. But, you know, there's 80 reps. And yeah, your triceps are going to light up a little bit, and you're definitely going to feel them. And if you don't talk as much between that 3rd and 4th like I just did, you know, you'll keep that pump a little bit longer. Whew. But 4 sets of that. Now I'm going to go over to cables, and we're going to do some cable work. Oh, what else? And I was going to say cable-wise, V-bar pull-downs, reverse grip pull-downs, 2 handles. I don't know if I'm going to do any kickbacks or anything like that. I might even do the dips. But again, I hope you guys enjoy just little pieces of the workout. Normally it's, God, probably about 5 or 6 different exercises for that body, you know, and roughly around, let's just say 4 sets of each. Narrow grips is more like 5 or 6, so, you know, I'm probably getting somewhere, I'm getting over 20 sets in. But that's just the way that I've always lifted. You know, I believe in high volume in that sense. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. Oh, crap.